자, 호그와트 레거시 이어서 하겠습니다. 이거 이제 퀘스트 좀 밀게요. 딴짓거리 그만하고 퀘스트 위주로 밀겠습니다. 계속 딴짓거리 해가지고 전 좀 늦어지네. 아, 뭐 미친 또 호그스미드로 가야 돼. 또 사이드 퀘스트 있네 여기. 와우. 포피와 대화하세요. 포피 어디 있어? 저기 있구만. 일로 와. 안 돼. 어디냐 얘?
He'll see it was a mistake parting ways with me.
얘 누구야? 사이드 퀘스트 안 해요. 거기 있는 건 알겠는데 뭐지? 아, 안에 있다고. 오케이.
Folks still talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle.
뭐야? 와, 버퍼 레전드. 됐다.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely
여기도
baffled
똑같은
by
목걸이를
its
하고
behavior.
있었다.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we
아,
can
용
return
알도
her egg.
돌려준다고? 우리가 먹으면 안 돼? 같이 용을 찾아서 확인하자고. 아니야. 우리가 할 수 있는 일은 충분히 다 하지 않았어?
Must we? It seems a lot of trouble to go to for a creature we've already rescued.
We should see this through. Let me find out where she
아이,
is.
뭐 딴 사람이 도와주겠지.
Was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
말 안 해줘. 지금은 말할 타이밍 아니죠?
If it's all right with you, I'd rather not say. At least not at the moment.
Understood. We all have our secrets.
그렇지.
I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can.
교수님이 말하지 말랬어.
I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
어딘지 알아내면 연락한다고? 연락하지 마. 다음 퀘스트. 아무에게도 말하지 마. 점술 교실 밖 네티와 대화하세요. 자, 이번에 어디냐? 뭐야? 세계지도. 같은데? 뭐야? 어? 여기 있는 거야? 뭐야? 저 새끼 어디 있는 거야? 이건가? 아무에게도 말하자. 이거구나. 오케이. 왔어. 여기 있구만. 퀘스트 시작. 뭔 퀘스트야?
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your
그럴 수 없지.
message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards.
헐.
She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
헐.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
뭘? 예.
So frustrating.
가자.
She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're
뭐
from?
저런 거
It is
따져.
specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned.
헐.
Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus. And it
애니마구스?
is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin.
아,
That is
변신해서
how I managed to
돌아다녔구나.
spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
대단하다.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
어머님 말씀을 따를 수는 없어.
We're making good progress. We can't quit now.
I
삐뚤어지자.
agree. I have never considered quitting, even for a moment. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time.
삐뚤어졌다.
Thank you for being here.
이 새끼
during
계속
that
홀짝거리네.
rather awkward
그만 마셔 너.
conversation.
그만 마셔. 뭐야? 퀘스트 끝이야? 뭐하냐 얘? 여보세요. 호그와트 펑크? 미친. 고쳐주자. 됐다. 호그와트 펑크라니. 퀘스트. 오케이. 발견의 그림자 속에서 언더크로프트 안에 있는 세바스찬과 세바스찬과 대화하세요. 언더크로프트. 뭐야? 어디로 가야 되지? 아, 내려가야 되는구나. 바로 앞이죠? 좋아. 윙가디움 레비오사. 언더크로프트. 어딨어? 여기 있다.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
뭘 알아냈지?
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
그래도 난 그래 우리는 해야 할 일을 했던 것뿐이야. 후회하지
It's
않죠?
hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else.
어?
References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
인정. 알겠어. 비밀로 할게.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
오케이. 나중에 부엉이로 알려주는군요. 다음 이제 메인 퀘스트다. 뭐야?
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
우리 팀 상대 다리우스한테 3킬 주고 이겨놨는데 바텀 보암
I said I
26데스?
I'd
미친.
never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop.
팀은 게임.
Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
오. 얘 빡쳤다. 어떡해?
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's
Leo.
as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
정말 비극적인 일인걸?
Poor Anne and Sebastian.
That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I can't lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that
피할 수
spell.
없죠. 안 피할 거죠. 그런데 주문서가 세바스찬에 희망을 주는 것 같던데?
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising
에이.
until it's too late.
얘 믿질
I
못해.
hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please.
응, 안
let me
알려줌.
know.
응, 안 알려줄 거야. 너 쿠르시오 맛 좀 볼래? 아, 너 운 좋은 줄 알아. 오케이. 퀘스트. 좋아. 디지어 메인 퀘스트. 오버룩에서 세바스찬을 만나세요. 만나볼까? 오버룩 어딨어? 이거 플루브코드 안 켜놨네 여기. 하지만 여기 켜놨죠? 따라라라 따라라라. 도착. 세바스찬 대기.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Brookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
다 접해야지 그냥. 한 방 먹여줘야지.
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very
그렇지.
well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
한 방 먹여줘야죠.
After you.
내가 앞장서지. 덤벼라. 괴짜식들 덤벼. 아, 좀 빡센데?
There they are up ahead.
하지만 숨을 거죠? 몰래 간다.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
고블린들이구나.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
이 두 명 한 번에 없애고. 야, 이걸 못 봤어? 좋아. 자기 동료가 눈앞에서 사라졌는데도 그걸 기억 못 한다고?
Oi, pass that fire whiskey over here. You have to learn to share.
나누는 법을 배워야 돼? 뭘 나눠? 뒤돌아. 뒤돌았다. 나이스. 힘 좋은데? 와. 와. 그냥 한바컷이지.
Someone there?
못 봐. 거기 뭐, 앞에 안 보이죠? 안 보이죠? 기적의 시야. 와, 레전드. 자, 다음. 끝인가?
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work.
나이스 워크. 별거 없지. 별거 없지. 어디로 가? 저기구만. 가자.
This is going well.
이렇게 잡는 게 더 빨리 걸리는 것 같아.
We do at that.
좋아.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
I have a brother who works in Gringotts.
애들 좀 많은데?
Couldn't pay me enough to sit behind a desk all day.
이 새끼 먼저 조져야겠다.
Someone there?
응, 몰라. 왜 이걸 봤어?
Could do with a nice mushroom stew about now.
좋아. 한 놈씩 잡아버려. 바이.
Ready to fight?
얘도 그냥 눈앞에 죽여버려. 아 걸렸다. 와. 오케이. 익스펠리아무스. 좋아. 봄바르다. 익스펠리아무스.
Accio. Levioso. Glacius. Defendo. Repulsor. Confringo.
뒤질 것 같다. 짜식아. 뭐야 왜 절로 날려?
Glacius. Defendo. Confringo.
와 다구를 개쳐 맞는 거.
Levioso.
불쌍하다.
Expelliarmus. Protego.
스투페 바이.
Fun is a relative term.
좋아.
It is. And that
Decent.
was relatively fun.
Revelio.
좋아. 그다음 어디로 가야 되는가? 뭐 어디로 가? 아하. 미확인 의상 다 갈아버려. 전설 아니면 다 얻지 마. 다 갈아. 팔던가 갈아. 이제 큰 싸움을 해야겠군요. 저기 뭐 있다. 그렇지. 요런 게임하면 요런 구석탱이에 뭐 있다고 항상. 근데 52호.
I should tell you. Rumor is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders.
거미 때문에
Oh,
폐광선이라고.
nice. Nothing.
됐나? 가자. 뭐 있다. 아 그냥 정면 승부해. 답답해 죽겠네. 그냥 좁해 그냥.
Levioso. Accio. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Confringo.
우와.
Defender.
그냥 좁해. 그냥 좁해.
All
This mine looks like a tomb.
it was closed after accidents were reported.
향나는
Now I
아웃립이
see
있네
why.
여기. 좋아요.
Revelio.
르벨리오.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
징그러.
Someone's here.
아니 소리가 너무 커. 뒤질라고. 어딜.
Too
어딜.
many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
선을 넘어. 여기 뭐 있다.
Revelio.
보물상자 있는데? 아 밑에 있구나. 저거구나. 자 어딜 가야 되나? 이거 왜 있는 걸까?
Repulsor.
That ledge is awfully high.
Accio.
Any ideas?
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
오케이.
Levioso.
너무 높게 떠 있는 거 아니? 아 근데 올라갈 수 있다. 좋아.
Revelio.
저게
It's
고블린이라고?
no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be
구스퍼?
the hairy legs, or the solar size, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
좋아. 자 다음 가봅시다. 아 근데 저기 템. 자 어딨냐? 다 덤벼. 뭐야 이거? 레이스. 애들 좀 많은데 저기?
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
몰래 가야겠다.
We have another fight on our hands.
어떻게 알았어?
Repulsor. Glacius. Defender. Confringo.
좋아. 크루시오. 와 크루시오 개사기.
Defender. Confringo.
Bombarda. Levioso.
This is almost too
Accio.
easy.
Expelliarmus.
좋아. 뭔데 저거?
Levioso. Bombarda. Expelliarmus.
익스펠리아무스.
We're not finished yet.
왜 내 거 씹혔냐?
Accio. Expelliarmus.
좋아. 오, 디바 깜짝아.
Bombarda. Confringo.
오호호.
Places. Defendo. Repulso.
좋아.
Confringo.
개색. 대배요.
Places. Defendo. Confringo.
와, 쿠르시오가 개사기. 와,
Places. Confringo.
컴프링거.
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
You Gryffindors don't have a monopoly on bravery.
아, 지들이 서로 물고 빨고 하는 거 보소. 어?
Confringo.
뭐지?
Revelio.
레벨리오. 아, 총 3개네.
Confringo.
열려라 참깨.
Wasn't expecting that.
그렇지.
Revelio.
별거 없구만. 아, 나중에 먹을 수 있겠지. 가자 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 가자. 또 퍼즐 있네.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel
Sebastian,
more of this
I
mystery.
think I found something. A canvas piece.
캔버스 조각?
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Bombarda. Revelio.
뭐지? 어?
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols and ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure. I'm
Revelio.
fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
아, 이제 나가는 거구나
Unless
다시.
we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
근데 저건 뭘까? 그니까 이거. 언더크로프트 나가는 거였어?
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit.
진실이라.
Please
이제
tell me
하나
you
남았네.
recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
왜?
I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Mornweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
비밀로 해달라고 했어.
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong.
어떻게 알았지?
No, goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten?
너 말 안 했는데
Feldcroft?
고블린이라고?
Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
너무하잖아.
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh,
인정.
I do know when to stop.
싸우자.
Unbelievable.
싸우자. 까비. 아주 혼쭐을 낼 수 있었는데.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
저거는 그냥 사이드 퀘스트잖아.
I hope Professor Fitzgerald has confirmed what she needed to. I have to complete the next trial as soon.
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive.
부엉이 날라오는 거 봐.
Spin witches as soon as you can.
다 날라왔나 보다. 지도 내실에 있는 니안 페트롤 교수의 초상화 대화하세요. 아, 드디어 이제 세 번째 관문. 임페리오 배운다. 이거 먼저 갑시다.
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
오케이.
You're here. Good.
여기구나.
Sebastian,
아니요?
that relic you mentioned.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin
그리핀도르.
friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learned. I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
야, 아까까지 나한테 화냈잖아. 가보자.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to
뭐
do.
아까 화냈잖아. 뭐 다른 내용인가 보다
I'll
이거.
be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
좋아. 아유, 로딩 개 같은 거. 웬일로 빨라.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
bombarda. 아야.
Levioso, Expelliarmus. Confringo.
컴프링거. 좋아.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it.
니스나비다.
And the rest of the team will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
깜짝아.
Don't start.
나 피 왜 계속 달아? 나 왜 피 계속 달아? 개 같은 거.
Accio.
We're here for a
아키요.
reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Accio.
아우. 봄바르다.
Glacius. Confringo. Defendo. Devolso.
와, 쿠르시오 조싹이야 진짜.
We've rid the world of another spider.
Depulso.
I shall sleep better tonight.
Revelio.
루벨리오. 아 근데 주문 소리가 너무 큰 거 같아요. 좀 수정 좀 할까? 소리 존내 커. 쿠르시오. 좋아, 여기구만.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
아, 또 퍼즐이
Surrounded by
있네요.
grandeur.
Grandeur and then some.
Depulso.
An altar with a pile of bones.
Accio.
Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
응.
Revelio.
저거를 어디다가 놔야 될까? 이것도 엄청난 또 퀴즈거든요. 어디다 놔야 될까?
Depulso.
여긴가? 이건 뭐야?
We've made it this far. Clearly we have more to do.
아, 여기까지 달고 와야 돼?
Revelio. Lumos.
루머스. 안개 그래픽 수준.
Accio.
디발.
Lumos.
아, 여기 뼈 조각 나오네.
Accio. Lumos.
오케이.
Accio. Lumos.
됐다. 그럼 이제 다시 올라가서 윙가디움 레비오사.
Wingardium Leviosa.
놓으면 되겠지? 됐다. 된 거 아니야?
Revelio. Leviosa. Revelio.
뭐지?
Leviosa.
아, 레비오소로 해야 되는 거였어?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
오케이.
Leviosa.
레비오소. 됐잖아. 이거 아니야?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
됐다.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
네이스.
Depulso.
디펄서.
Revelio.
보물상자, 보물상자. 오, 보물상자 개 많아. 내가 왔던 게 여기구나. 오케이.
Accio.
컬렉션 얻었다. 좋아. 그럼 아까 이 거미가 이건 다른 거고.
Leviosa.
윙가디움 레비오사.
Leviosa.
레비오소. 나이스. 됐다. 오. 존나 징그러. 뭐야? 대화하기.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. I have the report if you want to have a look. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
임페리우스.
Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
그래, 시작하자.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
바리케이트
Brilliant.
열었는데?
There's more to this than even I imagined.
바리케이트 형, 가자. 아, 보스몹 나올 것
Before
같은
we
이
trudge on
느낌.
further, I've just realized
Revelio.
뭐야?
the student's diary mentions the Imperius Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach
알려줘,
you.
알려줘. 알려줘.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries.
그렇지. 임페리오.
Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
되게 복잡하네. 좋아요. 나이스.
Here we go. Something troubling ahead.
기다려봐. 임페리오. 좋아.
Be on your guard.
좋아, 좋아. 어디 보자. 여기 아까 임페리오. 지금 크루시오를 막아놨구나.
Imperio.
임페리오. 저 박아놓으면 어떻게 되는데?
Glacius. Confringo.
지금 뭐야? 와, 개쎄. 이것이 임페리오? 정말 띠꺼운데 이맛 좀 정리하고 가자. 뭐야 왜 씹혔어? 임마한테 임페리오. 쟤 내 편 된 거야? 맞네. 좋아. 미친. 좋아. 오, 지금 언제 왔어? 언제 풀림? 개쩔어.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
개쩔어.
Confringo.
컨프링고.
Accio.
아끼요. 아, 백년절민이면 덤블도어도 있나?
Accio. Lovely.
덤블도어 애기 때 나오나?
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
하여튼 과거의 내용이다.
Revelio.
뭐야 이건 또?
Sebastian, the relic.
아, 유물이구나.
Look. Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
어둠의 희생?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
아무래도 유물은 건드리지 않는 게 좋겠어. 둘 중 하나 죽는다는 뜻 아니?
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft.
내가 봤을 때 얘 흑화할 것 같다.
I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle.
비밀리에 간직한대. 하여튼 말 존내 안 들어요. 얘 누구야?
Is that ominous?
얘 왜 왔냐?
Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
둘이 싸우는 거 아니야?
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
아, 병신들. 아, 둘이 싸워봐. 지팡이 뽑아. 지팡이 뽑으러 가는구나. 자세를 잡는 거야? 서양의 무법자처럼? 어디까지 가냐? 쟤 왜 삐졌어? 저만 좀 삐졌는데?
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
좋아, 세바스찬과 대화. 씨발. 세바스찬이 하는 일이 옳다고 생각해.
Sebastian's right. We need that relic.
I'm sorry. My mind is made up.
Are you willing to sacrifice your friendship over this?
I might.
언제 봤다고 친구야?
How could I choose to stand by and watch him do this?
What if the choice wasn't yours? You wouldn't be to blame for what happens.
What in the world are you suggesting? Imperium.
맞아, 바로 그거야.
That's what I'm saying. I would take all responsibility. This could save your friendship. I know how to cast it. Sebastian taught me. But I won't do it unless you agree.
This is insanity. I can't believe you would ask.
말 조심해라.
Sebastian is never going to give up trying to cure Anne. If you try and stop him now, he'll never forgive you.
Fine.
아, 진짜 가만히 좀 있어봐. 가만히 좀.
But I
정신사
suppose
넣어줄
if
건데.
you want that responsibility, it may just save what is left of my friendship with Sebastian. Remember, this is what I was telling you about the
아,
dark
제발
arts.
가만히 좀 있어.
They come with a cost. You may well regret making this choice. Do what you have to do. Cast it before I change my mind.
Imperio!
와. 미쳤어.
Step aside, Ominous. Stay in place until we're out of sight. I will.
와.
Sebastian, come on.
What did you do?
Imperio. It was the only way to get out of here without a fight.
Ominous, I'm sorry.
Sebastian, we have to go.
미안하이. 그러게 왜 까부르래. 쿠르시오 항공기 어디에요? 어디로 가냐 근데 이거. 따라따라따따따. 나는 이제 용서받지 못할 짓을 해버렸죠.
How long will the spell last? How long must Ominous stay in the tomb?
The curse is lifted already. He'll easily find his way out of the catacomb just as we did.
씨발
Be alright, Sebastian.
문 닫아놓고 뭘 나올 거라고 기대를 해. 문 닫혀 있는데 뭔 기대를 하는 거야? 빗자루 못 타네. 탈 수 있나? 못 타네요. 뒤에 따라오고 있어서 그렇구나. 뭐야? 오 씨발 뭐야?
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She
왜
thinks I'm
불러?
ominous. It'd only upset her.
이 씨발 어떤 새끼야?
Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet.
뭐지?
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
공격받고 있다고? 씨발 어딨어? 고블린들이구나. 좋아, 쿠르시오. 임페리얼 좋아. 좋아. 아 띠발. 뒤질 뻔했다. 애들 개 많아. 좋아. 좋아. 덤벼. 쩍밥 새끼들 어딨냐? 너는 내가 쿠르시오로 특별하게 죽여줄게. 쿠르시오. 안돼. 안돼. 와 임페리오 지렸다. 와 미친.
Boy, what have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt.
아 근데 왜 하필
Your father would be
임페리오로
ashamed.
했냐?
You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
살려줘도 지랄.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
잘못된 선택이었을지도 몰라.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
How can you say that? You just used the Imperious curse on Ominous.
I did, but with his consent, Sebastian. It may seem an irrelevant difference, but it is a difference.
I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home, from my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
왜 나는 싸우면서도 좆빠지게 썼는데 왜 나한테 뭐라 안 해? 나 임페리오에 쿠루시오에 다 썼는데? 너무한 거 아니야? 왜 얘한테만 뭐라 그래? 아씨 또 뭔 얘기하려고 또 아.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
여동생을 구했지.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know.
맞습니다.
You are as guilty as he is.
난 다를 바 없어요.
Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately.
상관없습니다.
Why, Sebastian?
상관없다. 내가 볼드모트가 될 것이다.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like
I believe I can sneak away without drawing.
쿠루시오.
Meet me near Hogwarts.
메인 퀘스트 가자.
We will devise a plan.
어디지? 가자. 아, 시험 총 4개구나.
Welcome back.
반갑습니다.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
호그와트 바로 위에 있네.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
덤블도어가 짱이구나. 교장 선생님과 이야기하기. 오케이. 뭐야?
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
피그 교수님한테 가야 되는구나. 오케이. 대기. 오셨구만.
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know.
집요정에게
I don't
알아내라고.
know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have
오,
just the
펄리주스.
thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take
머리카락.
ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
좋대. 오.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him we're to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
존나
Now
귀여워.
to find the headmaster's house elf.
교장 선생님의 집요정. 좋아. 이게 뭐 상자 있는데? 개꿀?
Do you have a moment, Professor?
나 지금 바쁜데?
Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
뭐가 최선인지는 내가 결정하죠.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils.
와,
if you
종기
want. I
치료하는
can
약.
drop it by your office when it's convenient.
종기가
Of
있었구나.
course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
미친.
Now, to determine which student gets...
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
말투도 똑같이 하는 거 봐. 존나 웃기네. 자식들이 말이야. 내가 교장이다.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is your...
Headmaster, what could he want?
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
Professor, a word?
인정. 어디 가?
Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
제발 그렇게 해주세요.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
좋대네.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world.
아니다. 미치 지멋대로야. 아, 교장 선생님 그냥 돌아다니지 않았나 봐. 학생들이 다 여기 왜 오셨지 이러네. 아, 뭐야. 와, 학생들이 다 여기 왜 오셨지 이러네.
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror?
Professor, I need to speak to you.
아, 왜 또?
Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
더 이상 피그 교수 신경 안 써도 될 것 같아서요.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's
아유, 뭘
behalf.
걱정을 해.
I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I'll never understand that man.
좋대네. 와.
That ought to give Professor Fig some
와, 연회장 분위기 보소. 와. 와, 미친. 다시 봐야지. 와. 분위기 너무 좋다. 이거 불의 잔인가? 뭐야 이거? 스크롤.
Scroop! Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
감히 내 말에 토를 달아?
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
와, 말넘심.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs.
미안해, 스크롭.
It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
우리 가문의 통치와 관련된 거잖아. 피의 순도, 힘 이거 둘 중 하나인데? 우리 가문의 통치.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
힘과 관련된 거잖아.
Certainly I remember. It's still stronger together, no?
Master has made Scrope laugh.
피의 순도.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
와.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
스크롭 근데 귀 왜 그래?
Ahem. The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
미친. 에헴 뭐야? 오 씨발 안돼 안돼. 숨어야 숨어. 떨어지면 숨기.
Ah, made it just in time.
숨어.
It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked.
흥.
Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
미친. 존나 귀여워.
Revelio.
폴리죽수 작성. 저기 이제 프랑스 발음으로 어떻게 하지? 와 겨울 시즌이라고 크리스마스 장식해 놓은 거야? 대박이다. 개 이쁘네. 계단 봐. 내가 더 빠르게 까비. 뚜루뚜루. 아 원래 움직이는 계단이어야 되네. 나 하필 왜 나타나는 계단이야? 아 움직이는 거 기대했는데. 나이스. 던던던던던던.
Toujours pure.
오 미친.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
잠자는 초상화. 모든 교장선생님이 매일 마법학교를 운영하는 도전을 반복하는 것을 즐기지는 않는다. 일부 교장선생님은 가능하면 낮잠을 더 선호한다. 오. 존나 귀엽네.
Revelio.
피닉스 있는 거 아니야? 어? 미친. 컬렉션 생겼다. 또 있는데? 아 레벨 3 자물쇠야. 못 들어간다. 씁쓸해요.
Revelio.
씁쓸해. 레벨 2 자물쇠네 이건.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
알겠습니다.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? Revelio.
아니 이거 커피를 마시지 말고 임마. 이거 안 집어줘. 이거 아닌가? 영수증, 머리토닉, 코수염 왁스. 미친. 저거 아닌가 보네.
That must be the pedestal.
이거구나. 오 미쳐 어디가?